G'day guys, and welcome to another episode of Paul's Garage. Today we're just going to do a little job. We're going to put a mesh grill in a standard X Type grill. So I bought a mesh grill. I've got a lower mesh grill on my X Type. So it's got the standard grill in the main radiator grill. So we're going to swap that out today with a mesh grill. It does look a lot better. It'll look a little bit sporty, I suppose. But the reason I put the mesh grill in the bottom one was because I hit a rabbit and broke that out. So it was just cheaper. I bought the mesh grill new, but second hand, new old stock. So we'll go to it straight after this. Alright, so to start changing out the grill for the sports mesh grill, first of all you got to take the grill off the car, and it's got four 10mm bolts which bolted onto the bonnet. So the next thing, once you've got it on the bench, there's 1, 2, 3 T25 Torx screws that have to be removed first. So just take those screws out to start with. There's a whole bunch of Phillips heads that have to come out first. Have to come out, but not just yet. You need to get this top section here off. Now I've already taken one of these top sections off, and it says, oh, you just clip them out, and these little clips here, these are the two main ones, the ones on either end. Yeah, real simple, but it takes a bit of mucking around. So these ones here, just there's one either end. You got to muck around to get them out. When I say muck around to get them out, you got to muck around to get them out. It clips in along the front of the of this grill. So that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. But the main ones are these. The front ones. These other ones come off quite simple. They're quite simple to move. But these other ones are a bit of a pain. And tell you the truth, I don't remember how I did the last one. So I've got to sort of do it without breaking it. Like that. That little screwdriver. As you can see, it's all coming off reasonably easy. So I've got that half off now. All I've got to do now is jiggle this other one around. Go. Alright, so now we have two pieces. Now we can put that aside for the minute. Then with the Phillips head, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 screws got to come out. Now these screws are stainless. They're just a small one. And there's your grill separated. Okay, that's the 3 pieces. So what you have to do now with this is you have to actually cut all these vanes out. Now I'm not going to cut this one up, but I do have a spare grill. The reason why you got to cut the vanes out is because that'll fit in there like so, and your mesh grill fits in there, so it gives you that effect. And then this has to go back in on top. But once you've got those with these vanes in place, it won't let you do it. So you've got to actually cut all of those out, and then this part here is what actually clamps the grill together. So I'll be using a small angle grinder with a small wheel on it to cut them out, and I'll file them up. Doesn't matter, you don't see them because you only see this part of the grill when it's all together. So you can afford to be a little bit rough. As you can see, where we're going to cut them out, you're not going to see all that because it's all hidden by the grill. So once you set up on your bench, you've got your make sure you've got your safety glasses on, even though this is only plastic and it's going to melt more than anything else. You certainly don't want any of that going in your eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along this edge here, then along the bottom edge, take all those veins out. It's a bit hard to do. When I say a bit hard to do, you're pulling the veins out of a good grill, which I would find very difficult to do. However, I do have a spare grill, so if I do mess up big time, it's easy fixed. So that's one side cut out, and I've just got the other side to cut out, and I'll dress that up with a bit of a file, and I'll make it a little bit neater, cut some of these off. So I won't show you cutting the other side. I'll throw these in the bin and go straight to it. Hey guys, it would appear I had a seniors moment when I was doing my filming earlier, and I neglected to film the second section of what else you've got to cut out when you do this. So I'll show you that now, and then we'll be able to get onto it. And also, for those of you who've been asking that I haven't had any input from Tess the technician, I've got her here in the workshop with me, so let's have a look at, let's say hello to her. There's Tess. That's Tess the technician. She's in here in the workshop with me today. So all you people that have been missing the girl, there she is. So anyway, when we in that last bit of the video, I showed you I cut all these vanes out. Now this is the second grill that I said that I had off the other car that I wrecked. Well, I haven't wrecked it. I've got it up the back. So we cut all these out. So then, of course, I just cut all these ones here out. Now, if you have a look, you've got all these little, if I can find it, these little tabs. See if I can find a little pointer. So you got these little tabs just here. One there, one there. Not these round ones, but these little strange shaped ones. And they're all along the bottom. So there's one there, one bigger one there, another bigger one there. They're just a bit thicker, those ones. They're all the way along the bottom. They have to be removed. And of course, once you've got them all removed, you just lay the mesh inside the grill. And with all the vanes and all the tabs all cut off it, lay straight back inside it, and then you put those screws back in, and then the top section. So with no further ado, we'll move on in the video and get this finished. So back in the garage, and it's as simple as these 4 bolts. As I explained before. That's it. Job's done. One X Type sport grill. And now we have the grill back in place, and it now matches the grill that's down the bottom. Simple, and that took about an hour. Well, that's it, guys. That's another little job done. I did buy a donor car, a spare car for mine, my X Type. I broke a headlight. I hit a kangaroo. Luckily, all it did was break the headlight. Unfortunately, second-hand X Type parts are extremely expensive, as are the new parts. So it ended up being cheaper to buy a complete car than just to buy a couple of headlights. I only need the one headlight, but you never know when I'm going to need another one. Plus, this car's got 16-inch sport wheels. It's got a few bits of trim that I'm going to use. It's got a boot lid spoiler, just the small lip spoiler, I think they call them. Plus a few other bits and pieces that I can use off it. And then, of course, it's being the same colour. If I was to hit another kangaroo or anything else, I've got a spare grills, spare mudguards, spare doors, spare everything. So I'll get around to changing out some of that stuff, and I'll bring you guys along for the journey. Just a little bit of fun. Alright guys, that's it. Up until next time, this is Paul's Garage. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the little bell if you want notifications. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.